fifth row pew at the beautiful chapel here at the Shrine of St. Therese in gorgeous Juneau, Alaska, looking at a beautiful bed of pine trees wisping in the wind outside. And the reason I'm here in the fifth row is it's a memory of Christmas Eve, 1992, when I was sitting in the fifth row at the former St. Matthias Church in Coventry, Rhode Island. And that was the most powerful and most meaningful night of my life, because something happened that night that changed my life forever. I was 28 days sober. I had become a raging alcoholic and cocaine addict, homeless, living on the Greyhound bus station in Fort Lauderdale. And 28 days before Christmas Eve in 1992, I had got stopped for a DUI after getting back into my home state of Rhode Island. And I had 28 days sober, and I was at a friend's house, and another friend came over with some drugs and wanted to party. And he was like, "Come on, man, let's go, let's party." And I said, "No, something has changed in me in the last 28 days. I don't know what it is, whether it's Jesus, the Holy Spirit, something has gotten a hold of me, and I'm not partying tonight. I am going to that church." And the reason I went there is because 23 years earlier, when I was 10 years old as an acolyte at St. Matthias Church, one day I decided that I wanted to borrow $2 from Jesus without asking him. So as an acolyte, when I brought the money from the collection back into the sacristy, I decided to quickly grab $2 and stick it in my pocket, and I think I bought some baseball cards or something like that. And I thought for the next 23 years that Jesus was punishing me, because not long after that, when I got to be about 17 or so, I started drinking. And then a few years later, I started doing cocaine. And before you know it, my broadcasting career that I had been flourishing in after I got out of college, all of a sudden, I'm taking a Greyhound bus down to Fort Lauderdale. So I sat in that fifth row pew, and it was amazing, because as all the church hymns were being sung and all the Christmas festivity, the entire chapel was packed, except nobody sat next to me in the fifth row. I couldn't believe it. I was there all by myself, and I sat there, and I had a $5 bill in my pocket, and I was still homeless at the time, living at my friend's basement. And I sat there with my $5 bill, and I said, "Lord, I don't know how much interest there is on a $2 over 23 years, but I got $5. And I sat there basically sweating for the whole service until near the end. They finally passed the collection plate, and I took that $5 bill that I had been holding on to so tightly, and as soon as the collection plate came, I slapped that $5 in there, and I have never had a drink or a line of cocaine since. If you are struggling with alcoholism, drug addiction, or any kind of addiction, I can assure you, if you turn your life to the Lord, He'll be there, and He'll provide everything. He gave me the most wonderful people, 12-step program, an amazing sponsor, but most of all, He showed me that He was there for me 24/7, every single day of the year. I want you to know that if you're struggling now, it's because your testimony can help save not only you, but someone else, because your story matters. You matter. And I pray that today, if you're struggling with an addiction, you'll make the choice to get out and start living your life of purpose.